United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned of a major global threat from foreign fighters fleeing the defeated Daesh terrorist organization and declared stopping them should be a high global priority. The Secretary General expressed these views at the launch of the United Nations Countering Terrorist Travel Program.
The launch at UN headquarters in New York comes in the wake of the territorial defeat of the Iraq and Syria-based ISIL terrorist group. Thousands of foreign terrorist fighters are attempting to return home or relocate to safe locations or conflict zones, representing a major threat to international peace and security.
I established the Office of Counterterrorism in 2017 for several fundamental reasons: to help strengthen international counterterrorism cooperation, to expand multilateral networks for sharing information to detect, identify, disrupt and prosecute terrorists, and to ensure that member states most affected by terrorism have the capacity to tackle this evolving threat. The recent despicable attacks in Kenya, New Zealand and Sri Lanka, among others, are tragic reminders of the global reach of the scourge of terrorism. These attacks underscore the need to work closely with partners across the United Nations system and beyond. The United Nations Countering Terrorism Travel Program we launched today is about helping to meet all these objectives. Over the last 7 years, there has been a dramatic movement of terrorists to and from conflict zones around the world. Just 2 years ago, we estimated that over 40,000 foreign terrorist fighters from more than 110 countries may have traveled to join terrorist groups in the Syrian Arab Republic and Iraq.
Sri Lanka's permanent representative Rohan Pereira also spoke before the gathering.
Sri Lanka, as an immediate priority, will promulgate local legislation which will give effect to relevant UN Security Council resolutions on countering violent extremism and foreign terrorist fighters. In this regard, our mission will shortly seek the kind cooperation of relevant UN counterterrorism bodies and committees seeking expertise and technical assistance as to how best to effectively leverage the UN counterterrorism architecture.
Under the program, the UN is to provide a state-of-the-art software, Go Travel, which is capable of analyzing travel data to help countries track terrorism suspects across the borders. It will be able to cross-check data from advanced passenger information systems used by some government agencies and passenger name records used by airline reservation systems with international databases of terrorists and criminals through an enhanced information exchange.
Sri Lanka is currently holding discussions with all stakeholders regarding the setting up of a regional cooperation center on counterterrorism in Sri Lanka. A scoping study for the project has already been concluded.